So here we go, looking ahead to what should be a terrific night here tonight. The Featherstone Rovers supporters have turned out in terrific number here this evening. It's a great atmosphere, hoping to deny Sheffield the chance of their glory. Sheffield, of course, remind you of the table situation, on 67 points. Featherstone on 64. They've got this match against each other, and then that is it, one match each at the end of the year on Sunday. Doncaster against Sheffield, Hunslet against Featherstone. So if Sheffield win here tonight, they are confirmed, or draw the game, which is a least likely outcome, of course, then they will be confirmed as the league leaders in the championship. Featherstone have to win and hope to win without allowing Sheffield a bonus point, because if Featherstone win by more than 12 points tonight, then that puts them in the box seat going into those final two games on the Sunday. Here they come, the two sides, led out by the mascot, of course, Andrew Henderson down there amongst those players. Of course, he'll be hoping not to be involved in our commentaries. So Brian Noble, what are we expecting in the early stages of this game?
Well, they're two big teams, and Sheffield are missing a couple of props in relation to what they want to do, but I've no doubts it's going to be route one, right over the top of each other. Early on, the forwards are going to get stuck into each other and get themselves some bragging rights early in the game, get themselves a few shoulder contacts with and without the ball, and all dependent. Sheffield coming up the hill. You haven't mentioned the hill, Dave. We love a hill. And Sheffield are coming up the hill. Featherstone obviously intimate with this ground, playing here every other week, and use it to their best ability.
Isn't this a hill that goes up and down, though? To go one way and then the other or something? We tried to explain it one way, but still not sure.
I did try.
Here we go. Great atmosphere, terrific noise. It's a kick-off that has a little fluster in that Sheffield defence straight away. And although Quentin Lullatagaga gets there straight away, it's going to have to be a dropout underneath the sticks. What a start by Featherstone.
Great kick-off. Finn on the money. Practiced and practiced and practiced that kick-off. And Dominic Brambani, as hard as he tried to get to the ball on the full, couldn't get there. And then the bounce beat them, tackled in goal. Featherstone's ball.
So a chance for them to establish a little bit of domination if they can. In the early stages. We saw a Challenge Cup final at the weekend that started with a notable kick-off. That was a pretty poor game. I'm pretty sure this is going to be 100 times better than that match at the weekend, as Featherstone again looking to establish position here. Right on the cusp of that Sheffield defence, driven forward by Lamont Bryan. It's going to be held up by those three defenders and put down, but only 15 metres away, and three tackles still to go. Collected from dummy half by Bussey. Along it goes. Oh, a little dummy shown by Liam Finn. Here comes the last.
Good tackle from Sosya.
This is the last tackle. Andy Kane will put the boot towards his right-hand side. Good take on that side by Sharp as well. Kept it alive. Dummy shown by Kane. The kick to the corner. It's going to be the opening try of the night. Terrific effort. Terrific effort from Tim Spears. And what a start from Featherstone Rovers. Sheffield Eagles' only touch of the ball has been to touch it down behind their own goal line. So Featherstone off and running just as they desired.
Well, Tim Spears gets the look of a ricochet here. Kane goes to the air. Don't clean it up. There's that man Sharp who gets rid of the ball. Kane deflected off Menzieri. Couldn't get a better pass, could he, Tim Spears? Couldn't get a better pass. An excellent start for Featherstone, and they've got plenty of people in the frame there, and Andy Kane manufactures his second kick in the set, and Tim Spears is the lucky man that cops the reflection off Menzieri. Good start for Featherstone. In fact, great start for Featherstone.
Absolutely fantastic, and I tell you what, there was a noisy stadium to begin with, and it just got noisier. There will be Sheffield fans in here tonight, but by far and away the majority support is local. The flat cappers, as they like to call themselves, have found their voices early. And here's Liam Finn with a chance to add the two to the early four. Oh, it just looks as though he might be pulling it wide, but it has gone through. So Liam Finn scores, which is one of the most predictable sentences in any rugby league match involving Featherstone. and Featherstone lead here by 6 points to 0.
Well, they always had that element of luck that you need in big games sometime, and that's a wonderful start for Coach Long and his team.
So Sheffield looking to settle. Remember, Sheffield haven't lost a league game since the 1st of April, that defeat against Whitehaven. 15 championship games since. They've been undefeated. But they're under pressure here tonight against the Featherstone side who very much mean business. Let's hear from Gareth Walker for the first time tonight. Gareth.
Yeah, I'm sure Sean Long would have spoken about making an ideal start going out there, but I don't think even he could have written that, you know, to get the kick-off back there from a dropout and then nice ricochet on the try. Great start for Featherstone. I'm sure they've spoken all week about making this kind of start and putting Sheffield under pressure, and they certainly have here.
Here's Finn with a kick. Into Lola Tagaga. Oh, and again it's difficult, but it went backwards.
Well, for me, he should be catching that on the full, Dave. He's given himself one goal and he's dropped the ball.
He's lost it. They've lost it again. And Featherstone are back there. Now, that was the advantage play, so Chris Leatherbarrow will say, let's go back to the original knock-on, pretty sure. So it's Featherstone's head and feed. They're all over Sheffield like a rash in these opening stages, Featherstone.
Yeah, and I think he should have called down the full. He's let it bounce twice and he's further back than he should be. And it's a decent shot from James Lockwood, I think it is, that gives him, whacks him with the elbow, then the play on, and it's first offence, Featherstone.
So here come Featherstone again. It's Hartman who's going to be held up less than 10 metres away. 4 minutes played, and Featherstone already leading 6-0 and looking for more here. Lockwood again, driving it in. Setting up that position. It's a penalty, it's hooked away. Ball steal. Maybe an act of desperation by that Sheffield defence to try and get away with something to get that ball back. But early in the tackle count, they lose the penalty again. Here's Bryant. The former London Scholars man is going to be held up. It's Bussey at dummy half, skims it away. Finn looking further left. It's taken on by Hardman, who has the support from Saxton on that left-hand side. Terrific defence from Sheffield.
Great D, Sheffield. Had to be made, that tackle.
Desperate scramble. Here's Lockwood.
Third, move, goal line. Oh, third,
3 goal, 3 to go. Back to the middle and Finn. Finn shows it to a couple. They lose a little bit of momentum here. They might lose the ball as well, but Sharp is able to get back and now offers a bit of a threat here.
4.
With those jiggling hips.
Wait. Go 4.
Bussey. He's driven in.
5.
By Tim Spears.
Hold on a 10, wait. Go 5, you're on. Endo!
Back towards this right-hand side. Finn again, it's on the 6 and a high kick. Oh, it's taken by Vinnie Finnegan. Good catch in the
Great
air.
catch from Finnegan. Had to be as well. Had an element of help from Menzieri, who acted as a blocker, but he's leapt really high and got himself above the offensive players.
Well, there's an injury here, isn't there? Pat Walker looks very much nonplussed.
Wait.
Well, here is where the injury happened, is it?
Wait there, mate, wait.
That's the Finnegan catch.
Yeah, Walker's there at dummy half. He doesn't look too bad at that stage. Oh, then there. Must have been that big hit there.
Is it, Matt?
I think he's given a dead leg. Yeah, he's not happy there, is he? His ankle. I think his ankle gets caught in the ground as he's going to ground there, Dave.
What about the atmosphere, Gareth? It's like a cup tie.
Absolutely, it's terrific to see these terraces full around the back end of the ground there, all the way around. This is what you want from the top end of the championship games, you know, big crowds, great atmosphere, would you say? And their side, Featherstone, have started terrifically. You know, Sheffield came here in the box seat to the top side, but they've looked the nervous team so far.
Well, the injury cleared up, the kick to touch, and Sheffield, with, in the context of this game so far, a rare chance to try and take possession inside their opponent's half.
To be fair,
Knowles will lead it.
They've done well there of Sheffield, Dave. You know, 3 defensive sets to start the game, get a score, nearly conceded another score. They'll be happy to have their ball and holding the ball in this part of the field.
Here's Batty, Eddie Batty.
Wait!
Henderson at dummy half. And Barney throws it right. Oh, and again they've lost it. Well, we know about the vagaries of this particular rugby league ball in the wet. It is very difficult to handle, but I don't think Sheffield could use that excuse not tonight.
Nothing to do with the wet or the dry. Takes his eyes off the ball, does Armstrong. He's looking about where he's going and forgets to catch the ball.
Liam, wait to tell you.
That's 2 or 3 handling errors, though, isn't it?
Backs on.
from Sheffield in the early stages.
Certainly 2, QLT play 1, and then Armstrong play 3. They needed to do a whole lot better than that tonight, Sheffield.
Wait, go.
Here's Saxton bending his back and working hard from an acting halfback's position again.
Wait.
Jack
Go.
Bussey. Very recently turned 21, Jack Bussey.
Wait. Go.
One-handed pickup and taken on by Hardman.
4. Move.
Attracting defenders with him. It's an
Wait.
energetic,
Go.
enthusiastic and confident start by the home side. Still leading 6-0 and looking to create more problems here. Crossley's taking it in hard and gets to his feet as quickly as possible. Finn again, another kick, another one testing out that Sheffield resolve, and another one taken well by Vinny Finnegan. 2 out of 2.
Well, I get the impression, David, I don't know if they're as clever as me in this commentary business, but I think they're kicking to Finnegan. I think there's a fair idea that they think Vinny Finnegan's got a problem, but I tell you what, he's mopped up those two brilliantly well.
They've had a lot of success down this right side the last few weeks, Featherstone. You know, both Mellors and Sharps got a hat-trick at weekend. So I guess they must see some real strike out here, but like you said, Finnegan's dealt with that fantastically so far.
My tip is, and I've coached Vinny Mellors, if he gets one-on-one on a catch, he'll win that catch. But he's been kicked beyond him. So if they're going to kick, he needs to kick. Both Kane and Finn need to kick a little bit shorter than they have been, so Vinny Mellors can compete for the ball.
And Mellors versus Menzies is an exciting prospect as well at some time tonight, isn't it?
Well, that's on the ground, that's in the running game, that's in the passing game. I'm talking about the aerial combat that those two probably might have to go through.
Yes, Hepworth trying to grab a few extra yards here if he can on the ground. It's Lamont Bryan who will drive it in and is repelled. Good defence here from Sheffield. 2 tackles completed on more or less the same spot. Here's Bussey. Just a hard graft down at the middle. Crossley again. He's the man who takes them to the halfway line. This is Kane, a little duck in the dark, but 2 defenders there, a claim of a high tackle, but he did go low himself, didn't he, the player? This is the 6th. Finn puts it high. It's a good chase already provided here by Hepworth, but safely perched this time by Talapapa on the other side.
With some good catching other than QLT's early fumble. And here he is. He's a fella that likes to run.
He's a man who can make magic from the mundane, isn't he? Quentin Lala-Tagagai from that kind of a position. He still offers a threat. And there's Hurst to drive it in hard. This is Henderson. So Armstrong. Tom St Helens played, of course, Tom Armstrong, but we've seen him at Swinton and Lee in the last couple of years. 6 tackles the next, so Henderson waits a dummy half again. They'll want to get this one away. It's kicked on by Brent Barney, but it's hit a Featherstone player and gives them cheap and early possession, and taken on by Bussey.
Knock on.
Well, Bussey's having a look around at the touch, George, hoping he can help him out. Was there a hand in there?
There's a loose carry, there is a hand in there, but there's every right to...
Is it fun when he kicked to him for the play on advantage?
He said accidental offside, I think, and handover is what is ruled.
Take it back to 40. Accidental offside, we played advantage, wasn't on. Wait.
So the accidental offside, as Gareth says, is what's been given. It's normally a scrum, it was on the 6, so it goes to the handover. They were playing an advantage from that moment then, were they? That's the interpretation.
Wait, Alex, wait! Go!
It's a terrific start to the game, really is. And an atmosphere that befits the occasion. Just to remind you, if you are joining us late, here's a penalty, there you are. It hits Shostak on the back of the legs, he's in an offside position, accidentally, that's why they went back there. Oh, and here, what a terrific run by Mellors. Mellors puts his foot down, he's going to beat the full-back to Gagai with sheer pace. Vince Mellors, well, the referee is going for the video replay. So for the first time tonight, we're going to hear from Ian Smith as to whether this is a try or no.
We're looking at obstruction here. If you look at, I think it's number 12 going through. So just jog that one back. So what we're looking at here, nice and slow. Who instigates collision? Does he affect the slide? So he's trying to move on, and he's clearly caught by number 12, who then brings Manzieri in, which then creates the overlap. So that'll be no try, that's a penalty. No try penalty on the 40-metre line, Chris.
Got it, mate. No try.
It is no try and a penalty, and we've got one of those commentary positions here where every time it goes to the video referee they sit up and have a good gander at us as if we're making the decision, but it is no try. What do you make of that, Brian Noble?
Well, it's adjudicated that Tim Spears, who is the dummy runner, if you like, has impeded Michael Knowles from moving on and making a tackle, which is indeed a penalty. And if we actually look at the replay again, and we'll see Michael Knowles' footwork, whether he's been smart here and he's given himself up, but managed to look out, and I've been impeded, so Menziyeri has to come in to make the play. So what we're looking at here is Michael Knowles, the number 11, has been taken out by Tim Spears, as you see on the screen there, and the referee's adjudicated that, or the video referee's adjudicated that that's right, Michael Knowles was in a position to move on. He might have shown a few smarts there to get that result, but he probably was halfway to making a wrong read.
Terrific turn of pace though, wasn't it, incidentally, as it turned out, by Vince Mellors. So we'll see more of that as the night goes on. Henderson, this is Sheffield's best moment of the night here in terms of position on the field as they take it forward. Batty up to his feet, Henderson collects it, throws it to the left, and Barney, who delivers onto Knowles, who's sought out by a very good tackle from Mellors. Deny me a try, I'll hit you hard. That's the response. In again by Batty, driven in hard, very close to that Featherstone line. One tackle to go. This now is Henderson. Spins it back. Oh, and he doesn't get the purchase on it that he would have wanted. But it's from an offside position that the interjection was made.
Just let it go, adjudicating that there's a Featherstone defender on the line there that's offside, and which one, I don't know. He's bounds around in the ruck and suggesting there's offside. It's Spears again that's peeked around, hasn't he?
2 feet on the goal line.
Now they're kicking for the goal here. What do you make of this?
Well, they haven't had any ball. I can only imagine that their first 3 sets have not had any ball. This is their first decent bit of field position. Featherstone have been in the ascendancy physically. They can slow the game down, kick a goal, and talk about regrouping and getting their game in order. However, I remind everybody of how we started this game and the type of kick-off they're going to have to receive now. Presumably he kicks it, of course.
Barney does kick it into that new stand that's being built before our very eyes. Narrowing the gap, 6 points to 2. Gareth, at this stage, any thoughts of those we see the infringement again? Any thoughts, do you reckon, of bonus points, or is it much too early?
I think it is too early, but I think Sheffield will be conscious that, you know, a bonus point tonight for them, should they lose the game, keeps it in their hands. So I mean, I guess the closer they stay to Featherstone all game, the better for them. But it is early days, and as Brian said, they've not had a huge amount of ball, and again, the kick-off has gone dead.
What about that? Barney knew it was going away, and it's another dropout, and Brian Noble smiles, one of those smiles of self-satisfaction, which say, I told you so.
I'm a little too humble for that, but it would be going through my mind as a coach and a player if I'm thinking, he's nailing these kicks, Finn, on this particular ground as well if it bounces, so I might have been tempted just to stay up there and camp up there in that situation.
Here's Lamont Bryan to lead that charge back again. Just less than 40 away from that Sheffield line. This now is Crossley. Decent effort by him, legs lifted but not high enough for the referee to deliver the penalty verdict. Bryan is involved, so too is Finn. The pass, and usually from his point of view, is not great. It's picked up by Hardman, and Hardman coming back here, searching for a bit of space. Into the line goes Mellors. Mellors with a dummy, and Yere bumps him, but Mellors bumps back, and he's back into the field when it looks as though he might be going out for a moment there.
Big boy, isn't he?
So here comes Sharp to try and get things going again. Kane to Finn, and Finn with a dummy! Read by Henderson and drags him down. Quick to play it. Left they go. They might have the numbers, but Kane's come back down the middle again. And a fumble, but Sheffield are offside. So the penalty goes Featherstone's way.
I got the feeling Featherstone won't kick for goal here.
Quick tap. Off they go again. Finn. Big hard. Take forward. Sees them within a couple of yards. Crossley putting his head in, looking to twist his body away to maybe get it off, but he couldn't. He's switching sides as Lamont Bryan has run in there, but Kane is the man he's delivered to instead. Just teasing that defence. Mellors. And wrapped up round the arms by Michael Knowles. Garside on the field is in there to help as well. Bussey. This is Kay. Now Finn. Hardman. Oh, and the pass needed to be a little better to offer Saxton any hope.
Well, they've done really well there, Sheffield again. They're really testing out their goal line defence, aren't they? And they'll be delighted with the result of that set. Sheffield defensively, a little bit of a lack of execution of the final play there for Featherstone, but you can clearly see their structure that they're trying to play and exploiting some fringe problems that they may think Sheffield have. But Sheffield have moved on really, really well and handled it.
Well, it has been a breathless opening 16 and a half minutes, hasn't it? Terrific stuff, and here it remains only 6-2. There was a spell, and it looked as though they might blow them away, Featherstone, in these early stages. Here's Finnegan. Henderson steps over the dagger. Claiming a forward pass. Henderson again. Here's Knowles. This is Yere. Doesn't run past them. He runs through them if he can, but he's stumbling on that occasion into Kane.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get a one-on-one opportunity for Yere on Andy Kane, who's not the biggest. Certainly brave enough.
Henderson and Knowles. Knowles with a little chip over the top. Finnegan's after this. It's watched safely enough by Hepworth, but kicked away. And I think Knowles is going to claim a try here. Now, pretty inevitably, this is going to have to go to another video replay, onside, offside, and then the rest. So Ian Smith.
I think the winger's offside for the kick.
Just, jog it. Need to pause it on his foot, please. Yeah, go forward. Keep going. You just pause it. Yeah, they're onside. So let's go to the challenge. Is it the one in the corner or a handheld one, possibly? So we've determined that they're onside. So it's just about this challenge. Challenge just looks like a neutral collision. Just jog that one back, please. I think they just run into each other. Right, so yeah, run it on nice and slow. So they're both looking at the ball. The ball pretty much stops in between. They just run into each other. So I'm going to run that on. So play on. He's picked it up. Carry on through to the grounding. Keep going. All the way. That's a try. Chris, that's a try, mate.
Well, it's not going to be a popular decision, but a decision nonetheless that puts Sheffield back level again. And suddenly that 2-point penalty looks very valuable because a chance here for them to take the lead. Agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with the decision. I think Johnny Hepworth needs to do a whole lot better than he did just there. He needs to be a little bit braver, I expect, and lose his feet and go down on the ball here. The question was Finnegan offside, and he clearly wasn't. Knowles with a clever little chip kick. Johnny Hepworth has to clean that up. Doesn't. Knowles tips it forward, picks it up, puts it down. Good try.
All too simple, Gareth Walker.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Michael Knowles. I think he's been one of the best players at this level now for a long time. We talk a lot about his toughness, his defence and his running lines, but he's looked at the blind side there, attacked it, a little deft of foot, followed it through himself, and he's been rewarded for it. And he really is a player that's got everything, and he's really consistent at this level as well.
He's a man who has the reputation of turning up, certainly in the big games. Turns up every week, but particularly in the big games. Man of the match in the grand final last year, of course, Michael Knowles. And here's a restart that Sheffield are hoping to deal with. For a moment it looks as though three of them might have miscommunicated, but the shout of mine was loud enough from Armstrong.
Well, they've handled on it, haven't they? Thank goodness, they're saying.
How much can Featherstone step it up though here in defence and keep Sheffield pinned inside their own 20? Brambani, Shostak. Henderson searching that blind side. Lola Tagada is getting himself involved for full back.
Well, it's clear strategy up this hill, Dave, just for our viewers' sake, is that Sheffield are staying in the tram lines. What I mean by that, probably 20 metres in from each sideline. They're making all their plays quite simple, so they're trying to work Finn over and they're trying to work Kane over on the other side so they can get forward and then roll a kick into touch there, roll a kick to the middle where there's some space. They don't want to take the big blokes on from Featherstone right on down the middle. They're sticking to a particular plan and coming out of their sidelines. Run by that man, Andrew Henderson.
He's delivered a very good final flourish to that efficient set by giving the ball to Featherstone here, but only 10 metres from their own line from that scrum, and having to do some hard yards again, albeit down the hill. It's Crossley. It's Bostock, isn't it, who's come on from the bench, Andy Bostock. He's taken that one in.
Hold on a 10, Alex.
Finn. This is Crossley. Still very much involved. Steve Crossley.
Move! Hold on. Wait, Alex, wait.
Ellis. Another is fairly fresh from that interchange bench. Matty Dale.
Move! Hold.
So good work in their set here to get them 40 metres away. So how good is the final piece of footwork from Finn? It hanged in the air, but it was taken well enough by QLT in the end.
A good chase from Featherstone. They've decided that their exit set, so getting out of their own half, they'll come clearly up the middle. And as we've seen, the big kicks from Finn and Kane to test out the back three of Sheffield.
This is a club, a home club, that have aspirations of Super League. They both have aspirations for Super League, but Featherstone have expressed theirs this week, haven't they? And they've certainly got an atmosphere here that would befit a top-flight rugby league match. It certainly befits this particular top rugby league match. Here's Briscoe on that, Saxton rather, on that left-hand side. Does well to keep it alive. Taken on by Hepworth, who's met by Henderson.
Go.
Ellis spun away, head down and charged forward by James Lockwood. Again, eking their way back inside their opponent's half with a brutal efficiency once more. Featherstone. Ellis, a dummy half, offered on and taken forward. Now they go a little wider, looking for this move up on the right-hand side. Mellor's lost any kind of momentum he might have been building, having to get that ball from behind him. Defenders quickly in his face. This is Sharp. Dodging a weave by Kane. Good push forward and offload by Bostock to keep it alive to the left-hand side. They're certainly using the width of the field here, Featherstone. It's Saxton again, dancing back in past Shostak. Almost gets past another, but he's eventually dragged down. But that's the fifth. Here comes the sixth. Finn. And again, towards this left-hand side. And again Finnegan, but this time he's dropped it. It's going to be picked up by Crossley. And Crossley rolls within a yard. Zero tackle. 6 from here. They'll try and back in here from Andy Bostock. Oh, he's over! But he'd already shouted hell. Quite clearly heard the referee shout hell before he made that final plunge. So they'll have to stand up and play the ball. Here they come again. Ellis is the man of dummy half. Oh, it's again a poor pass. Finn picks it up off the ground. Oh, and then it's dropped. Dropped by Featherstone. Zero tackle. Sheffield trying to make something after this. Armstrong will chase. Finn's back there, so they'll go back and take the scrum down there.
Yeah, it was all on, wasn't it? Poor skill from Finn here. Just doesn't. It's not Finn. It's drop ball from Lockwood, and there's danger here. If that goes to the wrong person, if that's a Talapapa or a QLT, they're gone. He tries the advantage play. Here's the Bostock no score.
We heard, I think he'd lost it anyway.
Dropped it anyway.
But
yeah.
we heard the referee shouting held.
We did. We quite clearly heard that.
Don't readjust on the floor.
And of course, defenders just drop off when that's shouted. So
I'll tell you something, Sheffield are defending well, Gareth.
Yeah, certainly. Featherstone have made a few mistakes going from right to left when they moved the ball, haven't they? The ball's gone to ground a couple of times out that way. And as you say, Sheffield really regrouped after that first few minutes when they were swamped, really. They've got themselves together, got themselves into the arm wrestle. And as a team going uphill, I think Mark Aston will be pretty pleased with where they are at the moment.
here's Higgins. Solid. He's plied his trade down the road from here at Casper, didn't he, Liam Higgins? Here's QLT, Quentin Lola to Gagai.
Move! Hold! Hold! Go, 4.
Shostak.
Hold! 5. Hold on.
Well, I hope this atmosphere's coming over back at home, because it is a fantastic crackling sound inside this stadium here tonight. It's a big kick, which Sharp's done well. No great pressure on him, but look at the return here from Will Sharp. Shostak makes a grab at him. He's still going here. Sharp runs out of another attempted tackle, and at the second attempt, Shostak grabs a hold of him. And
that's a great return from Will Sharp.
And here's Saxton. If the right winger can do it, so can the left winger. So 2 plays up to the 40-metre mark. That was a forward pass.
It was.
They didn't need that then, did they? They just got some momentum on the back of the 2 wingers' runs, and they were rolling forward there. Only the 3rd tackle. Another good opportunity for Sheffield now instead.
Sharpness of the midfield passing has let them down a little so far tonight, hasn't it, Featherstone?
Well, it's come away from the ruck okay, other than that one from Ellis, and then Finn and Kane have kind of compounded or passed on a little bit of rubbish thrown out of dummy half, and it's affected Featherstone. They need to be probably a little bit more patient, but that's taking something away from Sheffield. They're a tough team, and they're a tough team to break down there.
Featherstone 6, Sheffield 8. Stays like that. Sheffield have the league leaders shield tonight. It's a long way to go. 54 minutes of this match remain. And anything can happen. Here's Talapapa who's put down 20 metres away. Henderson at dummy half picks up and scampers forward. Here come the reinforcements. Brambani helps it on to Hurst, and Hurst driving it in 12 metres away, and Sheffield finding themselves with hope in their hearts again here. Knowles. Oh, Yere, not sure he meant that. If he did, it was a brilliant pass. What about that for a try? Gagai on the end of it, but Yere's pass as an inspiration.
Brilliant. I think it is a planned move. Everybody expects the jukebox, Menzi Yeri, to smash into the line and try and get over the top. He's shown that, he's deceived them, and he's flicked the ball out. The Gagai out the back. This is a planned move. Boom, straight round. See how he twist and turn, and Gagai was there. Great play from Sheffield. This left-hand side, they love a play on this left-hand side, and unfortunately Will Sharp tries to come in and cure the problem for the centre and leaves the space on the fringe. So great score from Sheffield.
They're such a good team, aren't they, in the truest sense of the word. They all know what they were doing there. Henderson and Knowles first. They know exactly where the ball should be. They've all played together for so long now, so many years. Great try to watch there, and Brambani now with a kick to put them 8 points up. You wouldn't have said that after the first 10 minutes.
Mark Aston, I'm sure he'll be very happy that that move from the training ground was executed absolutely superbly. And Brambani, he's already kicked 2 out of 2. Tate to that touchline. Oh, he's missed that horribly miscue. 6 points to 12.
You play golf,
Sheffield's favour.
You play golf?
Not as badly as that.
Was that a hook or a shank or a slice or?
Wasn't a slice.
Great finish.
10 metres, hold on the 10.
Sean Long, the other coach. Just comparing the pedigrees of the 2 coaches. Sean Long, a brilliant halfback, and a lot of people who coached him said he will end up as a coach, but he's fairly new to the game. And then on the other bench, you've got the fella who's been doing it for an awful long time now. Does that give Sheffield an edge that they have a coach, a man in the hot seat who knows the situation?
I don't think either coach will be phased. I think Sean will be disappointed with the execution of certain players that look promising, and Mark Aston, other than the start, will be delighted with the way his team defending, and they've had 2 cracks in attack and had 2 scores, so he'll be pretty pleased with that as well.
12 minutes of the first half remaining. Henderson just threatening to pass down that blind side, and then has a little run himself.
There's a few Lance Todd trophies between those 2 coaches as well, isn't there?
Yeah, Mark Aston 98. And Sean Long 4 times, didn't he? He won it 4 times, or was it 3? 3 times.
Wait, you're chopping him in. You're chopping him
Henderson.
in. 5.
Here's Brambani, just making sure he found touch, and he does. So head and feed Featherstone. But I mean, Gareth said they've really clawed their way back into this game, haven't they, Sheffield? It's shown terrific character here.
Champion team. Well, we've watched them regularly over the season and never been fazed by scores against them. Know their systems, know what they need to do, know how tough they need to be. Know they've had to rock up at every stadium they've gone at because they know people are trying to knock them off. As I say, it's a different challenge for them psychologically this year.
I think it's worth mentioning as well, without Stringer tonight, a lot of their success the last few years have been built on Jack Howison, who retired midway through this year, and Mitch Stringer, 2 big props. Neither of those are playing tonight, and guys like Eddie Batty and Liam Higgins have really stood up in the middle.
Here's Ellis. Matt James thundering forward, another relatively fresh from that interchange bench, say relatively. Finn to Kane, Quentin Lola-Takagai just settles himself and catches it nicely enough. Doesn't beat the first man though.
Hold on.
Sharp as well.
All the back three are very excited for both of these teams, aren't they? Look at Talapapa doing the tough stuff there after a QLT carry, and Finnegan's got some speed, and then you look at the prowess that Saxon's shown all year. Oh, that's a knock-on.
Well, he set back to 1, but it went forward and hit the Featherstone player, didn't it? It hit Sharp and then bounced back.
Certainly did.
Into the hands of Finnegan.
And this fella's Gareth's already alluded what he does week in, week out for Sheffield. He's their best player in many respects.
Henderson slips.
Hold on, Sam.
So here's Knowles. Won by Green, Peter Green.
Wait on the line. Wait. Go.
Brambani chipping for a little bit of space here. There's a chase by Armstrong, but across goes Hepworth to drop on it. And then he's dragged out a flag, and the flag's up. It's a penalty for Featherstone.
I think as soon as he's touched him, he's deemed to be tackled, and the Talapapa that picks him up and drags him into touch afterwards.
Well, you can't drag, can you? One-on-one you can, but I think there were 2 players involved here.
Well, I think the issue here is I think he where's the tackle because he's touched him. And there's 2 involved. Yeah. Not allowed to do that. Needed that Featherstone, didn't they? They needed a little bit of respite from the constant pressures.
9 minutes of the first half remaining. We've had some terrifically enjoyable nights here. Usually on a Thursday night, of course, on Premier Sports this year. Well, this is a Wednesday night that's living up to the particular reputation of the midweek championship action. Ellis at dummy half. They make good ground here, Featherstone, in this set. Would love to get themselves back in the real groove before half-time. A carry by Hepworth, threatened to flick it away, didn't do so. Here's Sharp at dummy half. Inside to Kane. Dropped off for a barrel forward by Bostock. Ball's kept alive. Picked up by Ellis. Dummies it one way, ducks underneath a couple of defenders. Still going here, Ellis. Had support, but couldn't quite pick it out. And he's dragged down right on the line. Tackle to go, just the one. Featherstone throw everything at the Sheffield line again. Finn with a kick to the corner. Up goes Sharp, has to knock it backwards. Picked up by Millers, flicked onto Sharp. Sheffield trying to get hands on here. Now it's Hepworth, and it was a forward pass in the end in their desperation to keep it alive. Forward to Spears, and Sheffield survives.
Scramble alert. Ball flicked out 4 or 5 times. Here we go, and here's the final one from Johnny Hepworth. Clearly forward to, it was Andy Kane it went to in the end. Here's the competition in the first place. Chance that Sharp knocked that on anyway on the catch, but flick, danger, forward pass. And it was to Tim Spears, not to Andy Kane, as a wrongly caught.
I think Alex Sostak deserves some credit as well. I'm not sure whether he was the one that was pushed off in the first place, but he certainly got back to stop Andy Ellis right on the line. More great scrambling defence from Sheffield.
He's got the point.
Henderson making good ground out of that dummy half position. Colton Roach is just coming on. Peter Green is the man who's gone off. It's the third interchange that Sheffield have made so far in this game. Here's Brambani. Again, it hits a Featherstone player.
Yeah, it's the second time he's done that, isn't it?
Here's Saxton. Quickly picked up and played on. They want to keep it alive here, keep it going. Hepworth is short of the halfway line when he's put down. Billy shown by Ellis, spinning around like a top. Kane. Finn helping it on again. Now gone, not the best play the balls, but there's a little push.
Big call on play 5. That's a big call on play 5. Wrestling were delighted with that. Done everything right, Sheffield, up until Sosak adjudicated to have pushed him down on play 5 there. This all up with a penalty. 50-50 that one for me.
Here's Finn, Featherstone lining themselves up again. Barlow will barge it in. Aside from Halifax this season, of course, we've seen him have big impacts in games in the blue and white of Halifax in the last couple of years. Here's Ellis. Pick up dummies to a couple. Kane now steps against the grain of that defence. Just pushes off a couple of defenders. Still going. Kane offers it to Mellors. Mellors with a step. Running in, but Henderson got him round the ankles. There was support up top as well. Kane once more. Kane throws it left. Finn, plenty of options. Quick hands. Hardman, on it goes. Hardman gets it away. Little push off by Saxton, but held up. But look how close he is. They're sniffing glory here. Finn again. Big effort forward. Hammered in by James. Here's the last tackle. So Finn puts a kick to this corner again. Sharp's up there to gather it. Sharp over the top. Has he touched it down?
Just check it.
Well, impossible for the referee to see from there.
Offside.
So again, we go to the video referee, Ian Smith. And it's the third time tonight, isn't it? Ian Smith, it's over to you.
Because the tries, or the attempted tries come from a kick, we'll check the onside, offside. If you can pause it on his foot, yeah, they're onside. So we'll go to the challenge, make sure that there's no tackle in the air. So they let him land, that's perfect. So Finnegan has clearly got a good grip on the ball. I can see the ball is still up there, the ball is still up. That's no try turnover, unless you've anything different there. All right, we've got one more, we think. Right, yeah, the front on. It's not telling me anything. He's still under it there. Yeah, he's still fighting. No, that's tackle complete. Turnover, Chris. No try. Turnover.
Wow. No try. Well done, Vinnie Finnegan. Will Sharp every day of the week will get those down, and Vinnie Finnegan's been on it like a limpet. He caught him soon as he landed, did all the clever stuff. Take a bow, Vinnie Finnegan. Unbelievable defensive play.
He's had a lot come his way as well, hasn't he, Brian? That's not the first time they've come down here, and I think apart from one maybe a little fumble, he's dealt with them all superbly.
5 minutes of a memorable half remaining. Featherstone Rovers 6, Sheffield Eagles 12. Featherstone started at a rate of knots, scored before Sheffield had even put their hands on the ball with any kind of meaning. The Sheffield have rolled up their sleeves and shown terrific character and deserve the lead they currently hold. But it will twist and it will turn. Here's Henderson. Brambani looking for distance. Caught by Hepworth. Here's Sharp. Oh, that's not what you want to see, is it? The burrowing shoulder of Menziere, finding your ribs and digging hard. So Featherstone still with plenty of yards to cover here. Sharp again, going to have another go.
Well, if anybody was mistaken about Sheffield's intentions tonight, I think that last tackle certainly clear what they are. They want to get this league leaders trophy tonight.
It's good by Barlow with the offload, and another dinky little offload as well. Keeps it alive here. Second of those is Bostock. Still looking to promote it if they can.
Wait till you're in, wait for the goal call. Goal, good.
Here's Barlow again.
Done some work, hasn't he, since he's been on Barlow?
Go, 5.
Ellis to Finn. And again, it's high, and again Finnegan being asked the questions here. Oh, didn't quite get there. Finn very nearly got there. Referee says play on because Finn, I think, knocked it on. And Tagagai will go down there on the 0 tackle. They keep coming this side.
Go.
Sheffield keeps surviving the threat.
Well, Featherstone have clearly seen something that hasn't been on display tonight, should I say.
Go.
The videotapes that they've been watching highlighting something that clearly isn't there just yet for them, is it? On the kick.
Wait! It's opening in! It's opening.
As you said earlier though, Brian, when they put those kicks up, it's not necessarily been for Mellors, who, according to you, is outstanding under the high ball and will be the man to go to, really, but he's not been the one challenging Finnegan most times.
I think that they can tweak that at half-time. Awesome catcher of the ball above his head.
Higgins to his feet. Henderson, dummy half, left it behind, knocked on. Well, they're claiming that Higgins was pushed there and that caused Henderson to knock on, but the referee's having none of that. And 2 minutes to play. This could be a big call. 2 minutes of the first half. Just Higgins' big backside, I think, got in the way.
Big rump and nearly knocked Hendo over. Being rumped, not tackled. Fancy him telling that story, Hendo. Remember the day I was rumped and couldn't pick the ball up?
Liam, we've got to bend down.
It's a big set of 6 now, though.
Good break.
Switch by Kane. Kane now trying to put the foot down. Tagagai's across there. QLT at the rescue. But Featherstone still have a very good position here. This is Spears. Sheffield's defence was outsmartish, making sure he had no room for manoeuvre. Ellis skips it on again. Kane, who started this all off, offers it back on the inside. Bostock pausing his way through. Got the offload as well, and James will claim the try. Matt James over for a score that Featherstone needed. As the clock ticks down into the final minute of the opening half, it could be we're going in all level at half-time.
Was it Sam Barlow with the money ball, the little offload to James, or was it Bostock? I can't remember. Let's have a look. See who came out with the money ball. Bostock it is. Great little offload to James. That's the money ball, and he does the rest. Too big and too strong for the Sheffield defence, and great offload. Just can't quite. QLT, no chance with the rampaging Matt James under the sticks.
And both Bostock and Barlow have provided that, haven't they, Brian, the offload? Both of them have got 3 or 4, I think, out of the tackle. Another terrific one. We've had a fantastic first half of Championship Rugby League now. It looks like we're going to go in all square. It couldn't be better set up, really, could it?
Finn will take his time with this, knowing the importance. This to give us parity again. The hooter's going to sound as he kicks this, more or less. Over it goes. The flags are up. It's 12 points apiece. The scoreboard in the ground for a moment was saying that Sheffield were leading, but it is 12 points apiece.
It's Kane that fractures the line. It's a terrific break. He does everything but get there. Now, all Featherstone have to do is hold their nerve and see where the spaces are. But Sheffield, as they've done all evening, regroup, but they can't regroup that pass from Bostock to James. 2 big men interchanging. Interesting to see what happened with the ball there on the game, you see.
It was always going to be a fantastic night. It's living up to its pre-match reputation. It's all square at half-time. We're back for a more in just a moment's time.
Kingston Press Cider, official partner of the England Rugby League team. For real cider lovers. Join us September 29th in Leigh Sports Village for the 2013 Kingston Press Championships Finals Day. We kick off this epic day of 3 live finals with the National Conference Final, followed by the Championship 1 decider.
Sensational try that was.
Then it's the main event with the Kingston Press Championship Final.
They've got a space. Oh, what a try!
Live September 29th on Premier Sports. League Weekly, the super newspaper bringing you super coverage of our super sport. Faster than a speeding Josh Charleyman, more powerful than a Burgess brother, and able to break huge stories in a single article. With reports by your favourite superheroes from all over the rugby league world. Is it a newspaper? Is it a website? It's League Weekly, your #1 rugby league newspaper. Subscribe now or pick up your copy in newsagents this Monday.
Break up with lingering food. Keep an extra white bottle pack close by and help maintain your teeth's natural whiteness.
Eat, drink, chew. Extra. Get kitted out in the very latest NRL Rugby League gear with downunderleisure.co.uk. We've got a huge range of players' jerseys, training tops and vests, retro jerseys, t-shirts and polos, plus official Kangaroos and State of Origin merchandise. And with a huge range of boots, balls and pads and headguards, we have everything you need to get behind your team or take to the field yourself. Visit us online at downunderleisure.co.uk for same-day dispatch. Kingston Press Cider, official partner of the England Rugby League team. For real cider lovers.
And it all starts on October the 26th from Cardiff. Australia against England and Wales against Italy. The double header from the Millennium Stadium. And then every single match here on Premier Sports through to the final itself on the 30th of November. And who knows, maybe it'll be Australia against England all over again. Boy, are we looking forward to that at the end of what has been a very memorable domestic season. A World Cup to savour as well. What about a first half here to savour? It's all square at half-time. Featherstone against Sheffield, and fellas, that's the way we neutrals wanted it to be, really, isn't it?
Featherstone on fire at the start of the game, at the end of the game. Sheffield, you have to say that middle 25-minute period grew into the game, got stronger, and posted tries when they had to. Really difficult one to call, isn't it? Where's it going to go next?
Yeah, and the atmosphere out there is fantastic. Fantastic, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, I love the sport at this level anyway, and tonight is everything that you would want in a championship match, really, isn't it? Great crowd, atmosphere, two committed, well-coached teams, terrific game.
OK, let's remind ourselves of the way the scoring has gone so far in the game. An early start from Featherstone's point of view before Sheffield even put their hands on the ball here, Brian Noble.
Yeah. Great catch from Sharp and bounce, ricochet. Andy Kane gets a bit of luck off the Menzieri, you have to say, because he's kicking it the exact opposite way, and Spears is the beneficiary. Great catch from Sharp. Kane does well to stay alive. Remember, he kicked the initial ball, and the ricochet there was probably just rewards for him and the efforts, and Spears finishes off, and he's clearly delighted with that score, isn't he? 6-0 Featherstone. And then a little bit of disappointed with Hepworth's attempt there. He needs to be a little bit braver there, or make a different decision and really whack the bejesus out of the ball if he can. But this is down to Knowles. A clever little short side kick, chase from Finnegan. Hepworth doesn't clean it up, and he's been great all year, as Gav said, for Sheffield. And Michael Knowles finishes off with his own little kick and so gather.
That was 6-8 at that point with the penalty earlier. But what about this for a try?
Well, straight from the everybody expects Menzieri to try and run over the top of Andy Kane, and he fires himself out of a good here, right, but with a brilliant skill to twist and turn, a set move, QLT on the outer, has an easy score in the corner because of Sharp's commitment towards Yeri, because he's hard to stop. And this is a Bostock special.
And then right at the end?
Well, that's the money ball. Bostock to James, and it's straight from the break from Kane again, who's having a massive game tonight, Andy Kane. And there's the money ball, and Matt James does the strong stuff and the beefy stuff and the handoff stuff and the fence stuff and sticks it under the sticks to make it all level, is it?
Yeah, 12-12 is the half-time score. For a moment, the Featherstone scoreboard had Sheffield winning 14 points to 12. That might have added some confusion later, but they have sorted it out, so that's good. Right, let's listen to what's happening in the Sheffield dressing room at half-time.
Remember the shape, stay there, and stay out there, okay? Smart this kicking game up a little bit, we need to find the space. And again, find the touch lines if we need that break. But Nozza is empowered to be able to play the 6, and I've no problem with that. Let him do it. You stay on your side. Okay? We've just got to sustain a little bit of pressure. Okay? We've got to sustain a little bit of pressure on their kickers. We've got to make a constant effort to get at Finn or Kane when they're kicking, because they've got a free kick. And it's not fair on the wingers and the back three. Let's get a good effort on him, okay? Not on your own, all together, push hard on him, markers push hard on him, and make him kick a little bit earlier. Make him kick a little bit earlier, and that gives us a little bit more time on it, okay? So we just need to be a little bit better on it.
That's what's happening here. There's another game happening tonight, of course. Doncaster against York. What about that? Doncaster 12, York 20. And York fighting for their lives at the moment. They need to win everything. They've got that tonight, and they've got another game left, haven't they, at the weekend? What about that for a half-time score? Gareth Walker.
Yeah, well, they're giving themselves a shot, York, aren't they? I mean, they have to win both games, really, to have a chance of staying up. They've got Batley at weekend at home. Huge game for them tonight, and it would be a shock, but it'll give them another chance of escaping the bottom two.
That's a big result as well for Whitehaven as well, isn't it? And Doncaster in that top 8, that little battle in the top 8.
There'll be a lot of clubs looking at that result tonight, you know, both Whitehaven for the top 8 and also the clubs involved in the relegation battle. Big second half there, just like here. Yeah,
Doncaster plays Sheffield at the weekend as well, so I mean, it's adding so much to the mix at the end of this fantastic season.
What I would say is it the expression squeaky bum time somebody once said? Down at that bottom end it is, isn't it? Because you don't want to be out of this division, do you? And York clearly fight, because Doncaster have been playing really well recently, have they? You know, they're fighting for the top 8 themselves, and to go away with that kind of heart, they've got to continue it though. Another 40 minutes of that pressure cooker football.
What are we expecting in the second half here, fellas? What are we expecting?
Perhaps some more momentum shifts. I mean, we've seen a couple in that first half there. Featherstone started fantastically. Sheffield came back into it. I'd be surprised if we don't see a bit more seesawing, and it could all be down to timing and who finishes the better.
OK, well, we've heard from the Sheffield camp. What about the Featherstone camp? Danny Evans is assisting Sean Long at the moment, and he's speaking with Natalie.
Danny, you threw everything in that first half, lots of energy, made 4 interchanges, and you're going uphill in the second half. How do you keep those energy levels up for this second half?
Well, we've just got to keep battling because we know what's at stake. Thought we've started really well and could have had a few more tries on the board, but real positives from our guys. Just got a couple of sloppy tries on us, but really pleased with this half, and we don't need to panic, we just keep to doing what we're doing. We know hopefully we'll get them in the end.
A couple of passing errors, but what else did you talk about in that changing room?
Just staying composed and make sure that we execute right. We're making the breaks, but we're not quite finishing them off. With a bit of luck, and if we can fix that up, we'll be all right this half.
Where do you think the threat's going to come from Sheffield?
They've got some smart players. They've got the Islanders, which can play a bit, and they're all a bit of a threat. So yeah.
Lots of excitement. Thanks.
Cheers. Thank you.
Well, we are so looking forward to this second half. If you're a Featherstone fan, a Sheffield fan, or if you're a firm neutral here tonight and you don't care who wins, then I'm sure you too are looking forward to this next 40 minutes, which should be terrific here, really should. It's a good crowd here, 1 or 2 flat caps in evidence, the kind of self-irony of the flat cappers they call themselves here at Featherstone, of course. And there's a man who's been doing the business for a good few years now at this club, Liam Finn. Previously at the likes of Halifax and Wakefield and Dewsbury as well. And Sheffield making their entrance here too. Well, we saw how well they coped with Featherstone's fantastic start to the game, and they bossed it through the middle at times, but they cannot, or they could not hang on to that lead, and it remains 12-12, all square at the break, as we look forward to getting this second half underway. Brian Noble, what are we expecting? How do you see this second half starting here?
Well, I think Sheffield won't be too discouraged by that late score from Featherstone. I think that'll give Featherstone some momentum. They're used to playing up the hill and will play it well for this, and I think they're pretty prodigious as well. Scored a lot of points coming up the hill, which they have to do this second half. And I think we clearly heard Mark Aston saying they need to put some kick pressure on Finn and Kane because they're kicking for free, and that probably would be my biggest defensive tip for Sheffield if I was giving any tips out. Offensively, with the introduction of Barlow and James towards the last 15 minutes of that half, a great kick. Anything you can do, we can do better.
Kickoffs are proving an issue tonight. Brambani this time, who put boot to ball, and he's found a bit of a space out there.
Stay behind, time off.
So a drop out underneath the sticks.
It's almost exactly the same spot, isn't it? Is there a spot down there that guarantees you a drop out?
I think they call it the sweet spot there.
Off his foot.
Well, I would say it's a good line that by now, but actually you should retire now. That's great.
Yeah, thanks for that, Dave.
The lights here are not the best, are they? It looks pretty bright on your picture, but it's a lot darker to the naked eye. So maybe there's an issue with that in terms of spotting the ball at this stage. Here's Henderson.
I'm not sure the referee will take him off the bad light, Dave.
I was going to say, no sign of any light meters here. Here's Brambani, spins it left, and Knowles takes it on, and a clattering effort out of defence. It was Spears, wasn't it, who came flying out. Picked up by Henderson. Taken in by Lockwood. He's lost the ball. Knocked on. So Featherstone turned their good fortune at the start of the first half into points. Sheffield failed to do so. Thanks to the defence.
You've got to put a foot on the ball when you're playing it as well, mate.
He hasn't knocked on yet.
And on me. Wait till I tell you.
Wait till I tell you.
There was a big hit on Knowles.
Box on, ball itself.
There was a knock on. There was a knock on. Got there.
Hands out! Hold! Head on! Go!
So Featherstone up the hill.
Move! Tom! Hold it!
Looking to cart it forward as quickly as they can.
Third!
One on the twist.
Hold! Hold three, wait, go!
Sambalo gets to his feet.
Head back on, you cross the flank.
He darts away from dummy half again by Ellis. Well, they're making decent ground here. That's an offload by Bostock. Taken on by Ellis again. Lockwood has to take his position at dummy half, 40 yards out. Finn puts it high. Lola Takai underneath it. You could see it was moving around in the air, but he's taken it safely enough, and here he goes. Quinton Lola Takai puts the foot down over the 40, over the half, looking for support, finds it, throws it behind Missy Tolapapa. And the chance has gone to ground, literally.
They should have scored there. Now it's Saxton on. There's a bit of a kerfuffle in the backfield as well.
Gets the offload.
They're still playing on. He's gone.
Terrific! Andy Ellis runs away and scores underneath the sticks. Talk about end to end with a fight in the middle of it. Everything in that score, absolutely everything. And it's Featherstone who are back in the lead here, I think. He's gone for the video rep, has he?
And then we're looking if there's any offence committee before the try was scored.
Michael, don't come charge now, I'm checking.
Video referee.
From the knock on, we're going to be looking. So this knock on here.
Check it, mister, we're checking it.
Just jog that back. So yeah, run it forward. We're happy that that's a knock on. So then. Oh, just jog that back. Does he prevent? Who's that? Telepath? No, you don't have to go that far back. Just want to know, does the full-back Hardman prevent him getting the ball? So nice and slow. So does he look at him? Yeah, he does. Yeah. There's an offence there, so it's no try. Knock on. No try. It's a knock on, Chris. No. Knock on. It's going to be Sheffield Featherstone and feed. No, for the first knock on. No, it's a knock on.
What is it?
It's no try, it's a knock on. Then there was an offence by Featherstone, so we're going to go with the no free play. So no try, scrum Featherstone, 40 metres from their own line.
It's a knock on.
Oh, no try.
Yeah, it's a knock on. There's no advantage because you pulled him back, so it's a play the ball, it's a scrum down. On the 40 line, is it, Ian? Yeah.
What do you make of that?
Yeah, scrum down, it's fair ball.
What do we make of that?
You pulled him back.
What do we make of that, Brian?
Letter of the law. I wish we could have a Tanner announcement, because Hartman does impede Talapapo trying to regain the ball, and I can see the sense behind the decision.
It's one of those, though, I guess, isn't it? As the crowd who haven't seen the replays there, they see the ball come back and a scrum given to Featherstone. They might be struggling to figure it out, but it was the right decision, I think. A few in front of us are a bit confused.
Well, it would have been a memorable try, wouldn't it? QLT dashing one way.
It should have been.
Ellis dashing the other, and bit of a kerfuffle going on in the middle of it all as well.
Should have been a try either way, shouldn't it? It was a non-try in the end.
There's a Sheffield player down injured at the moment.
This is bubbling up, this game.
Is Henderson there? I think he went in on Barlow and something's gone on there. I think he just caught a knee or a leg, but he stayed down, Henderson.
I think there's some blood boiling.
Richard Agart, Wakefield coach, and Gary Hetherington, the Leeds chief executive. Enjoying this tonight as a pair of neutrals.
I think that was Andy Lynch just in front of us, wasn't it?
Oh, he might have
his
been
own man.
there, yeah.
He was Colton Roach, I think. Gave him a sweet left hook.
He's going to be okay. He's going to be okay.
Never moved for 2 tackles, 5 times off.
It doesn't look as though there's much sense going on, but we know when he's been up here, there's not a lot of sense going on anyway, is there? So
let's hope he's okay first. I think he got clear. It was a massive elbow on the side of his head, and let's hope he can clear the fog. And it won't make much sense, as we all know, but he never does. We want him to be okay.
Stay outside, Alex.
So Featherstone will carry on here. What a start to this second half. All kinds of things happening. We've only played 4 minutes. It remains 12-12. Featherstone looking to settle themselves here if they can. It's Ellis at dummy half. Finn again, the kick towards Finnegan. And Finnegan, with his eyes on it, has caught it safely again. But has he been pushed behind the in-goal line? He has. And so it will be a dropout underneath the sticks. They keep going for that plan.
Yeah, they're persevering and work eventually. He's done great tonight under the high ball, Finnegan, and jumps from the field of play here. So he's caught and then barreled into the in-goal, and Sharp's did exceptionally well to get him in there and time that properly, hasn't he?
Time back on.
So Brambani with a dropout. He's chipping it up towards the halfway line. Finn will catch it, brings on the big fellas to try and drive it forward. In the first instance, it's taken in by Matt James. 40 out, 5 tackles to go. Here's Ellis, penalty. So there'll be at least 6 tackles. They might go for goal here, might they? Or going to tap and carry on. They're going to kick for touch and carry on.
They've had some real impact off the bench, haven't they, with Bostock, Barlow and James. 3 real big guys there. Here's another one of them again. That's Barlow. Of course, Sheffield problems.
Ellis at dummy half, 10 metres out, fairly central. It's Bostock, another of that triumvirate. They've got it away. The step by Hepworth, and he will score. Johnny Hepworth is over, and this time the referee, with some assurity, points that finger. They were 12-6 down just before the break, but 5.5 minutes into the second half, Featherstone lead by 16-12.
Well, he's certainly making amends here for his little faux pas. It's Michael Knowles with a poor read, can't get out this time, gets caught up, and Johnny Hepworth through the gap and finishes brilliantly. Left and right foot steps, and Michael Knowles can't make the space up to get to him, and that's a good score.
Yeah, I'm control, that's why I let you go with it. Leon,
well finished, Johnny Hepworth. Good feet, in and out, and QLT, and finding the space. And again, Featherstone at the start of this half in the ascendancy.
Good talk, keep it up, mate.
So a kick here for Liam Finn to give his side a 6-point lead. I still reckon that's not enough. Still reckon there's plenty more to come here, but Finn will take this. Over it goes. 3 out of 3 he has produced so far tonight. And it means that Featherstone have 18 points and Sheffield have 12. And with 33 minutes and about 20 seconds left to play, there's plenty more to come.
Armstrong the duty to keep the penalty away, and Hepworth exploiting the advantage in gaps out there. And it's just interesting to know that Patch Walker's not featured for most of this game now, Dave. You know, the halfback, he's been replaced, and Michael Knowles is filling in that spot. And did that make a difference to their edge defence? If they're lining up in the same positions, then probably not, but something that Featherstone will look at again.
There's another kick-off that was allowed to bounce there, but Featherstone get away with it on that occasion. And with 2 drives forward, find themselves 20 metres away from their own line. Barlow to his feet. Here's good effort by James. Quick play the ball as well. Featherstone getting a bit of momentum here. Ellis dragged down. Hepworth up at dummy half. Testing out the fringes here.
That's Barlow's second carry in this set. He's done a load of work since he came on.
Here's Hepworth. Oh, he's thrown it away, literally. Joe Hurst cannot believe his luck.
Best pass of the night for Joe Hurst, wasn't it?
So Sheffield will expect a decent position here. Here's Batty.
Well, just to reinforce what, that's a poor pass from Hepworth, but just to reinforce what Gareth was saying, I think those 3 benchmen have had a huge impact. They've enabled Ellis and Kane to run out of dummy half and pick the pickings off a half.
Brambani spinning it across to Armstrong.
Hold the line. Hold.
Just under 4,000 here tonight, 3,890. It's a pretty decent effort from both these clubs.
I've been at a fair few Super League games with lower crowds than that this year, Dave, and the atmosphere, as you've said all night, has been terrific.
Here's Davey at dummy half, shifting it to our left-hand side, and Knowles hurls it out to Yere, who's dropped it. Advantage play here. Featherstone just for a moment threatening to go the distance, but we'll take the 0 tackle.
It's all on. Bostock's taking offence to something Knowles did there, and well, his handbags now, thankfully, but he jumped in. Let's have a look, see if we can see any what's incensed Bostock so much. Well, there's Kane with the recover, and he's taking an offensive. Michael Knowles trying to make a tackle there, was it? Or is there something illegal that we see here? No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, if he didn't give the penalty then, is it a penalty the other way now for Bostock coming in?
Well, it should be.
Well, the referee's got his touch judges on.
He's gone off, mate, anyway, he's gone off. 0 tackle. Just a 0 tackle, mate.
Zero tackle.
You can't do that. You can't. I mean, Michael Knowles has every right to question the referee there, because he's done nothing wrong. Bostock's come in and belted him, and it's a 0 tackle.
Player.
Tough game though, Brian. Tough game.
This fellas, yeah? Heads on it.
Well, the rules in all tough games.
Wait! Go!
Lamont Bryan, fresh on from that interchange bench. Looking to carry on the impact. There's Andrew Henderson and Liam Higgins on the bench.
3.
Bussey collects. And they've changed the look of that front row, but it's remaining its impact on the match. From a Featherstone point of view, Lamont Bryan again here. Good carry. They've had a big breather. This is Bussey. Here's Finn. Finn's kick. Finnegan's underneath it. Down, collected by Knowles. Did anyone get a touch? Yes, they did, because Knowles was offside, so the penalty goes Featherstone's way.
Well, he doesn't have much choice here, Michael Knowles. He hasn't got the time to have a committee meeting. They're just raising the aggression stakes here, Featherstone. They can feel clearly the ascendancy. They deem that Finnegan knocked it on and Knowles picked it up in an offside position.
So they drive it to within touching distance of that Sheffield line. Spun back to Lamont Bryan, who has to bend his back a little, but it doesn't stop him urging his body forward. Less than 10 away. This could be big moments in this game here. Featherstone looking to create a bit of a gap between them and their opponents. The step is on by Hardman. Hepworth up at dummy half. 10 minutes of the second half played. Finn offers it back on the inside again. Sheffield's defence working hard here.
Line, don't go early back.
So many questions. Here comes Bussey again. This is Barlow, who can do the business from that range. Offers the ball away again. Kept alive. Might have been given away. Yes, it has. Given away.
No advantage.
There was a knock on. No advantage. Sheffield's having field.
No advantage.
Trying a little bit too hard to prize open this really strong Sheffield defence, and it's Barlow that finds the first offload, and then is it Ellis that tries as well and throws it forward. Disappointed with the finish there, Featherstone. Bit patience, I think. Sheffield would have cracked maybe. You have to say that their goal line defence, and the defence in general is excellent. From both teams, we've seen scramble, we've seen any version of the defence you want to see, we've seen.
Still a terrific game, isn't it, as well? And we've had a bit of feistiness in this half as well to add to everything else.
Another injury here.
No, fell into it.
Tolapapa clearly hurt. Ooh. Caught him around the jaw there, didn't he? Was that Spears again, wasn't it?
Check it out, pal.
It's a rough game, Dave.
It's a tough game.
Is that what you said? Tough game?
Tough game.
Yeah. And that's not a penalty either.
And Missy Tolapapa is clearly a little groggy here at the moment.
Mate, he slid and he's got it on his shoulder
international
and pulled him down. No, it's not. You see it? Shoulder.
scored that fantastic try against Featherstone in the grand final last year.
Wait, Missy! Wait! Tackle one! Time back on now, play ball! Tackle one, play ball!
Davey standing and waiting a dummy half, and eventually they get on with it.
Help! Two! Move! Wait! Wait!
Featherstone quite happy that a bit of momentum has been taken out of the game with that stoppage, because Sheffield wanted to try and get themselves downfield.
Move! Wait! Wait! Get up! Play on!
Cracking game of rugby.
Oh, he's got it away, as it was, a knock on in the end. Well, it's very nearly silky step from Tolapapa.
I'm interested to see if this one actually does go forward. It was in there.
It's a brave carry again from a guy who's just been whacked around the head at the other end. 3 tackles ago, he's put his hand up for the ball again.
I think it's QLT that actually knocks it on, not him. He throws it backwards.
Liam! This side! Quinton, get in.
So head and feet for Featherstone, 28 minutes of the game remaining.
Ball in now. It's out.
Remember, they have to win this game here tonight to give themselves any chance. Oh, and here's Kane again! He's done it once and had it chalked off. Not this time! Not this time! He'll claim this score. Featherstone Rovers find themselves with daylight between them and Sheffield. And they're creeping closer potentially to that league leaders' shield. They're doing what they need to do.
Great score from Andy Kane. He's been outstanding tonight. He just pins his lugs back, and who does he get again? Michael Knowles just can't get from the base of the scrum to make the play. That being that Patch Walker, I mentioned it before a previous set. They've highlighted that as Andy Kane just run round Michael Knowles' pace and does him, and Yeri can't get back to help him. And great feet, gets foot speed from Andy Kane. A little duck and a fend on Knowles and over the line.
Yeah, I'd be fascinated to know if Sean Long had picked out that he knew that Knowles there, he was defending as the scrum half, he was the man stood up at the scrum. He just said to Andy Kane, just have a go at him, try and get on the outside of him. It certainly paid dividends for Featherstone, back in the ascendancy again.
So here comes Finn's kick. Over it goes. Over it goes. 4 out of 4 for Liam Finn. So 24 points to 12. Just one more score for Featherstone would put them in a very commanding position in that league leaders shield. As it stands, they would get 3 points. Sheffield would get 1. So if it stays like this, and it's a big if at this stage, of course, if it stays like this, at the end of the night, Sheffield would have 68, Featherstone 67. Lamont Bryan has knocked on. What is it with these kickoffs tonight? Right from that try, the mood is flattened locally because Lamont Bryan has knocked on, and it's a drop out underneath the sticks.
Been the best offensive kicks of the night, haven't they, these kickoffs? And another one that bounces, and he doesn't want it to go dead, so he gets his big paw on it and knock on.
So just to reiterate, the bonus point for Sheffield would give them 68. The win for Featherstone gives them 67. So Sheffield would still be in the driving seat going into the final round of matches, knowing a win against Doncaster would give them that league leaders shield. And Featherstone would have to beat Hunslet and Hope. But as I said, it's awfully premature, that, because with 25 minutes left to play, a lot could happen. And a lot will happen.
One thing that's been noticeable tonight is that Featherstone's go forward, their front rollers, you know, James and Bostock and Barlow and Bryant, even when he's been on the field. Been very impressive and giving Ellis and Bussey and Kane the opportunities to run on the back of some decent play the ball speed.
So back-to-back decisions Sheffield's way, the dropout and then the penalty. Just take a bit of sting out of this Featherstone side. Green is driving it in, is it there? Yes, it is. He'll be held up and dragged down nearly 10 metres away. It's Davies at dummy half. It's Knowles who leaps to catch that safely. It's Quentin Lala-Tagagai who attracts the defenders, and the defending is good. So that's one tackle that Sheffield have seen out, that Featherstone rather have seen out. Here comes Batty, backing in there and trying to force his way through. Davey spinning it left at this time. Orange! Has he got there? No, he's not. He's short. Just short. The referee says play on. And it's offside.
Smart play from Michael Knowles. He knew they were offside and has just picked up there.
What are you doing? Goal line. 2 feet on this line. 2 feet.
I think Mark Aston's as enthralled as anyone. He's come down from his seat in the stand. He's on the touchline now with Mitch Stringer and Dave Larder. Everybody's gripped by what's going on.
Sheffield trying to force their way through. Another 24 minutes to enjoy this. Enjoy it. Spun back again. Batty tries to force his way through. Featherstone. Not going to let that happen. Not a team like Featherstone. Here comes Davey again. Spinning it back. Brambani looking for the runners. They came onto it quickly from his point of view. Colton Roach has knocked it on, and Featherstone survived the bombardment and get possession at the head and feet at the scrum.
Yeah, full marks to Featherstone here in the defence. Get off their line, and Colton Roach can't gather up the short ball from Brambani. Knock on.
Quentin in. Ball in, it's out.
Featherstone's ambitions here, get this ball downfield as quickly as possible. Sheffield's ambitions, let's try and force a mistake if we can. Here comes Saxton.
They changed at the scrum there, Sheffield, didn't they? Knowles defended out like a centre rather than being the half-back. Switched it around quickly.
There's Crossley.
Shut the gate, the horse has bolted, Gareth.
This is Lamont Bryan. Slow play the ball. Crossley, Finn. And push on an urge by Lockwood, who's done well. But Barney's hanging onto his arm to make sure he can't get the ball away. Here comes a sixth tackle. Bussey back to Finn. Finn, steepling kick again. He's going to have nightmares, Vinnie Finnegan, about a ball appearing from him towards him out of a night sky.
Another great catch from him, though, you'd have to say.
Dealt with it again. Here's Lamont Bryan.
Fellas, can you hear me? Release! 2, hold! Go!
They'll be spinning it left. Claims of a forward pass from the Featherstone fans on the far side.
There's Finnegan catch again for our viewers.
Knowles just punching that ball off his right boot. That's a big kick. It's a huge kick from Michael Knowles. Is it going to hold up? Yes, it is. It's a fantastic kick. And look who's first there in terms of the chase. Knowles playing everyone off. What about that for a kick from Michael Knowles?
Brilliant kick. Early in the tackle count, play 4. Now they're just going to restrict the Featherstone exit strategy, getting out of their own half with as minimal mistakes as possible, and they're doing all right so far. You have to say Featherstone offside. They get a penalty.
So the penalty goes Featherstone's way. And for all the prodigious nature of Knowles' kick, Featherstone find themselves fairly cheaply and quickly back inside their opponent's half. Another score here will be massive in the chase for the league leaders' shield, one way or the other, but at the moment it's threatened by those in blue and white. Here's Crossley. Holds on, 2 gone. Bussey out to Lamont Bryan. Kane across the line to Hepworth. Sheffield defenders tracking him, so Hepworth spins out and decides to go the other way. Throws it onto Finn. Finn now gets it away to Hartman. Hartman swallowed up by a couple of defenders. Sheffield hanging on here. Saxton's the man off at dummy half. He'll have a go. Spinning. Has he got that down? No, he hasn't. Just short. Short.
Don't crouch.
Very close, wasn't he? Here's Bussey again. This is Finn. Finn steps right, throws it to this left-hand side, and Lockwood trying to run over those defenders.
5, miss it.
5 gone. Here comes Elias. Bussey's going down the blind side. A dive by Hardman. The flag goes toppling over, but that doesn't matter. Did he put this ball down before any part of his body hit any part of the dead ball line? Let's find out from Ian Smith.
Touch we're looking for. Touch and goal. So the corner flag doesn't count, so the fact that it's on an angle is irrelevant. So if you've got, jog it nice and slow. So if you can do that frame by frame, please. We've proved that it's not a knock on. Can you move the strap, please? That's it, thanks. Nice and slowly. Keep going frame by frame. Keep going. Right, well, yeah, the end one. The end one's probably the best one. Yep, keep going. Jog it on. Just jog that one back, please. Just so when the ball touches the ground. Yeah, one more frame. That's a try. Chris, that's a try, mate.
The league leaders' shield might be decided by a matter of millimetres. Hardman's try is massive. Featherstone lead 28-12, and as it stands, it's in their hands. What about that for a finish?
Great finish. Armstrong takes a punt on stopping the play from dummy half. Because the winger's his man, and he feels threatened by the numbers here of Featherstone. The Saxton sneaking around the short side, and great finish from Hardman. Absolutely commits himself to the score and cops one in the ribs for his troubles. And I'll tell you what, it's put the asset now on Sheffield, hasn't it?
Smart play from Jack Bussey as well, wasn't it? I think it was the last tackle that he's gone in there and seen there was a bit of space on this blind side. Good finish. Big kick.
Liam Finn looking to give his side an 18-point lead. Curls it in, not good enough on it, not good enough curl on it. So it remains 4 successes now out of 5 tonight, but 28 points to 12, and here we are with 20 minutes left to play. So again, with a caveat that lots of things could change between now and then. As it stands, Featherstone at 67 points, Sheffield at 67 points, but Featherstone's points difference is massively better than Featherstone's. Featherstone's is massively better than Sheffield's. So going into the final matches on Sunday, it would be Featherstone's to lose if it stays this way.
They've certainly had the ascendancy in this half, haven't they, Featherstone? They've just got the momentum, they've got the aggression, they've got the spirit, they've got the push. And they've got the penalty.
He was annoyed with himself, Batty, there, wasn't he? He was chastising himself straight away.
Stay behind. Tommy.
Well, they've given, I think, to the back of Featherstone's aggression, they've given some penalties away the second half. Sheffield.
They're on a roll, up the hill.
Right. Onside! On! It's with a touching, not where he taps it.
Here's Finn. Here's Lamont Bryan. Cheeky footwork as he took it in.
Hold on! Go!
Bussey the dummy half. And it goes to Hardman. Sheffield have been penalised 8 times so far in this game. Featherstone 5 times. Here's Finn again. Lamont Bryan looking to push himself forward. And remember the impact player, Barlow's still on the bench getting a bit of a breather. Bostock back on the bench getting a bit of a breather. So they've to come back. Here comes Finn. Finn for the line. Finn for the game, maybe, but no, he's just held up. Just held up. So Bussey delivers from acting half again. It's Kane who runs across and drops it back to Spears. Spears is tackled on the 5th. Here they come, another wave of blue and white attack on this Sheffield line. The kick for the left corner this time. It's Hardman who's taken it. There's a juggle in the air. They're still keeping it alive, and Lockwood spins around and claims a try. just yet, because Ian Smith is called into action again. It's another video.
Yeah, onside, offside first. Any try from a kick, the first thing we have to show is that players are onside. Pause. Right, they're far enough back, you don't need to pause it on his foot. They're clearly onside. So the challenge. So I think he's probably just down. Well, he's rolling his arms up. It looks like it's on the line. So if you've got anything clear, just... That looks like the line from Ramir. Chris, you had a view of that. Was the ball on the line?
The ball was on the line, mate. Yeah,
right. That, unless you can prove it any other way, the referee confirmed the ball was on the line. Right, that's good enough for me. That's a try, Chris.
Try back on.
Listen to that roar. Try confirmed. 32 points to 12. Very nearly victory confirmed with 16 minutes left to play. There's no stopping Featherstone at the moment.
Not at the moment. They've got the ascendancy, they've got the momentum, they've got the kicks. Talapapau, Lockwood cleans the kick up. On the spot from Kane, was it the kick? It certainly was. Great catch. To Hardman, they did it to Lockwood, kept his feet going, pumping, and Brambani just couldn't quite get, not enough red shirts there to outman the blue and white to get the ball down, and terrific score.
So the fates swinging potentially inexorably in favour of Featherstone. Finn looking to add to the Sheffield agony here. Oh, has he pushed that just wide again? Oh, he's not. It's gone over. It's gone over. So 34 points to 12. 22 points the difference. Sheffield have to score 2 tries, 2 goals to get anything from this game. Otherwise, they have to hope that Hunslet can do them a favour.
And they've sent Andrew Henderson back on, Dave, to try and spark something, I guess. They just need to find a way to get the ascendancy again. He's back out there, he's probably there when they have the best spells of the game so far.
16 minutes just under to play. Featherstone, they've had lots of time with the ball in their hands of late. And they were back-to-back tries, weren't they? Did Sheffield have much possession between them? I think they did they? Not too much.
Well, they gave a penalty away, didn't they? So they ended up rocking up to this end of the field again.
So they'll be tiring with all the effort in defence. Featherstone will be flying, fueled by adrenaline just at the moment, and confidence. Here comes Kane again. Up, beyond the floodlights, into the night sky. Quentin Lola-Tagagai catches it safely, runs it back to that left-hand side. There's always potential with the Sheffield side, with the outside backs they can take.
They're just under the foothold in the second half, haven't they? I don't think they've had any possession of it in the Featherstone half. Certainly can't remember any.
Here's Yerek.
2, move! Here, buzzer! Here, hold, 2, wait, go.
Nancy Yere, who's before tonight been on a 10-goal scoring sequence, but he's not had too much of a sniff tonight, with the exception of the one he set up.
On third, wait, go. 4.
Featherstone now just a liberal application of grit and determination when they haven't got the ball is all they require just at the moment. Henderson runs up from dummy half. Here's Garside. Are you watching Super League? Here's the shout from the Featherstone fans. Here's Knowles with a kick. Yere's on the chase. It rolled out of play. Watched that way by Sharp.
Bad ball.
Barry Eaton, the Hunslet coach, watching on tonight. Not sure whether he's very pleased with what he's watching, because his side play Featherstone next, so he knows what they're going to be up against.
Hunslet fighting for survival, Gareth.
Yeah, they're still down there. I think Barry will probably prefer the Sheffield win tonight, because that would have meant Featherstone didn't have anything to play for in the last week. But the way the game's going at the moment and the scoreline, Featherstone will have everything to play for, as will Hunslet.
Yeah, Michael, you're loose. Binding.
And if York have won tonight as well, I don't think Barry Eaton's going to have a happy night, is he? York were leading 20 points to 12 last we heard at half-time. We'll bring you an update on that as and when we've got it.
2, move! Wait!
I could bring you an update on that Doncaster scoreline, by the way. It's now Doncaster 30, 3-0, York 20. So it's been all Doncaster by the sounds of it in the second half.
Move! Wait! Go 4.
Here's Bussey. Spins it back to Finn.
Give him 10, you're all off!
Everybody offside, so they have to give him 10. They've given him 30, never mind 10. Here comes Quentin Lolatagagai running it back, but they're ready.
The chase was organised, wasn't it? Even though they had to give him 10 from deep kick, that's the first.
I guess that's the key, is it, with him? If you're chasing, you've got to keep in line.
Well, you certainly can't offer him a space because he'll take it. As we saw in the early play of the second half when he passed properly to Talapapa as a score.
That looks a big player now, doesn't it, when you look back on that, because Featherstone scored straight off the back of that.
Here's Menziere.
Hold, third, move, come on!
Has he lost it? What's the referee given here? Penalty for Sheffield.
And because of the bonus point, we have to remember that Sheffield still really 2 tries for them with 1 converted. Gets them almost where they want to be tonight. So this game is far from dead, despite the difference between the sides on the scoreboard.
Here's Garside. Ironic that Mark Astley was saying beforehand, don't like the bonus point. But right now he'd take one. And having said that, without the bonus points this season, his team would have been more or less home and dry before tonight. So here's Brampani. This is Shostak. Running it in, held up a couple of yards away, and he has been consistent with his view about that bonus point as well, Mark Aston. Very consistent. Here's Henderson, up at dummy half, picks up, spins it left. This is Brampani. Across it goes to Knowles. They're trying to get an overlap here if they can. Quentin Lolatagaga with a dummy, then goes for the line. I think he's got it in. I think he's got it. The referee has a word with the touch judge, only to confirm his own suspicions that Quentin Lolatagaga has scored the try, and as Gareth pointed out a little earlier, one more of those and 1 conversion, and suddenly it swings back Sheffield's way in terms of the league leaders' shield.
Well, it's a fabulous finish from QLT because Knowles tries to square the line up, but the Featherstone players move on, and it just takes, is it Kane he takes on the outside and just beats him for speed and a footstep. So this is the big player, stops Kane a little bit, stops him moving forward, and it's a great finish, isn't it?
Yeah, mate.
There's Knowles trying to square up at the line and releases QLT, gets on the outside of Kane, and good finish.
So Tagagai scores a massive try, his second of the night. But the kicks are just as important. Here comes Brampani as he hits it with enough oomph. He has, and he's found the exact range he needs. So it is now 34 points to 18, 16 points the difference. So 1 try, doesn't matter whether it goes over or not, 1 try, get back within 12, and Sheffield are suddenly back in the driving seat again.
You call it, Dave.
I must admit, I'm still undecided on the bonus point, and my point would always be that it should be across all divisions, but look at it tonight, it's going to give us a fantastic last 10 minutes now of this game, isn't it?
What he would say in the context of the night, it'd be really cruel on Featherstone if they were denied the impetus because of the bonus point, but then you look at the season, Featherstone have picked up 4 bonus points. They've actually lost 2 more games than Sheffield this season, but because of the bonus points, they remain in contention. So maybe it all balances out in the end. Here's Henderson, off from dummy half again. Brave shift from Hendo tonight, giveaway. Bang on the head he got. They're trying to drum up the local supporters to provide even more noise. I thought that was possible. It's a terrific atmosphere. Here's QLT again. 9 minutes to play.
Hold!
16 points the difference. There's the kick. I'll just run you through the mathematics of it again here, because people will be watching. Forgive me those who know exactly what's going on, but there'll be people watching not entirely sure. If it stays like this, Featherstone will have 67, Sheffield 67, Sheffield will be in second spot. Featherstone have got the better points difference. If Sheffield get another try, they get a bonus point, so the night will finish with Sheffield on 68 and Featherstone on 67. So that's why it's a 4-point game at the moment, effectively.
Forward pass.
Forward pass, scrum down, head and feed Sheffield.
They've just lost some of that momentum, haven't they, Featherstone? They were rolling up the hill 10 minutes ago, and now they're just struggling a bit to get out of their own half.
It's on the back of two terrific defensive sets from Sheffield, restricting Featherstone's territory, which we haven't seen in this second half, certainly. And maybe the impetus of Andrew Henderson going back on, giving them some rudder, a little bit of a steer. This is what we need to do. This is how we'll do it, lads. Don't think they've got any aspirations to win this game, Dave, but as you quite rightly say, they just need another score.
Yeah. Featherstone, you'd say with almost certainty, are going to win it, but because of the vagaries of the scoring system that we have this and previous seasons, that's not necessarily the end of the story. So Gaga is the man of dummy half, 10 metres out. Sheffield looking to pounce here. Brambani spins it on. Out comes a terrific effort in defence from Andy Bostock. 8 minutes left. Henderson's here. Ball's gone free. Everybody looks round. Referee says knock on. A punch in the air from Bostock because the decision's gone Featherstone's way. They get the head and feed. And it's another big moment in a match full of them.
Batted and knocked on, or adjudicated to knock on. I don't think he's happy about that decision. Be interested to see what happened at the play of the ball. Oh, here we go, great timing.
Binding!
It's a very soft loss, that, didn't it?
Looked it.
Quality in. Time back on. Ball in now.
So Featherstone
It's out.
have the ball. That's key for them as they try to run the clock down. 7 minutes to go. Get it down the other end is the cry for them, and sharp. That's a bit of muscularity from the winger. 2 tackles gone. Strange thing to say that Featherstone might be gripped with a few nerves at the moment. When you look at the scoreline, they lead by 16. But they know how tight the true situation is.
I do think Sheffield have raised their intensity though, Dave, certainly defensively.
Oh, that's a good effort. Really good carry from Matty Dale. That's the 5th. Here comes the last, so they'll be looking for a good kick again from Finn. And it's certainly high enough. QLT underneath it, but look, it's close to the sticks. But Tagagai's caught it, but a good chase again from Featherstone.
Yeah, it's a great place to start a set defensively for Featherstone. We're into that little mini arm wrestle now to go in the next 7 minutes. And the pressure's on Sheffield to do something about it. Good carry from Talapapa that time.
2. Wait!
Penalties could be big as well, won't they? Featherstone will be desperate not to give another one away here and piggyback them down the field.
3rd. Move! Wait! Go,
Here's Henderson.
3rd.
Dodging a wave and a dart and a push.
Move! On! Hold!
Penalty.
Too slow.
Penalty. So another set of 6 here.
And that's massive now, isn't it? Look at the ground he made on that kick here.
So Henderson with a tap. And forward comes the effort of Higgins, Liam Higgins. 5.5 minutes left to play. Everybody knows in this ground the context of what we're watching here. The precise notion of what another score will do. Henderson again. Knowles offering it all, and Menziere was hit. Was that Liam Finn?
Wow. That was a coming together of continents.
Not sure who it was, but it was a big effort. Driven in, but held up. Peter Green. Henderson again to that left-hand side, opposite short. The drive over the line. Has he got it down there? Garside is claiming it. The referee says square in the air. And in the term of this season, this is as big a decision as Ian Smith is going to make.
So I'll need to know at what point Chris Cole's held, because that's when he's deemed that the tackle's complete. So just check that it's... Just jog that one back there. Right, he's still got it on his hand, still got it, his fingers are there, so that, just jog that back, just make sure that that is his hand. Yep, go on, go forward. Yeah, that's definitely his hand. Right, so I'm happy at this moment in time. Chris, don't give a try yet. Can you correlate the time to when Chris calls held to make sure that the ball is down? So can we put the voice on the effect to make sure that the ball's down before? A lot later. Chris, that's a try, mate. That's a try.
Try is given, and with 3.5 minutes left to play, that might be the moment. The bonus point that puts it back in Sheffield's court. There won't be a League Leaders Shield decided tonight, but Sheffield will still be in the box seat with that try, unless Featherstone can find some kind of response to that.
Who is it that gets the score?
Matt Garside.
Oh, Matt Garside. What a great play. 4 people around him. He does get the ball down there, doesn't he? That's a terrific finish. He shouldn't get the ball down with those 4 players, with the desire and the effort. Garside showed there, and a one-up carry that Featherstone will be disappointed there. But let's not forget, Featherstone are leading this game. Do they go for the short kick-off? Does the league leadership mean that much to them?
Brambani's kick is a good one. So 34 points to 24. And now, just to reiterate, and again apologies, but there'll be people scratching their heads trying to keep up with this. But the bonus point means that as it stands, if it finishes like this, Sheffield 68, Featherstone 67. Sheffield go to Doncaster on the last day on Sunday. Featherstone go to Hunslet on the last day. Sheffield know a win would give them that League Leaders Shield. Taken in the air, tackle in the air, penalty goes Sheffield's way.
And I know I'm sat in Andrew Henderson's seat effectively tonight, and he's a friend of the programme, but he's certainly made a difference, hasn't he, since he came back on. He's shifted the momentum of the game again and given them this chance for a bonus point.
So Brambani with a kick. Penalty. Attack restart just about on the halfway line. It's been a fantastic atmosphere.
Well, you have to say that if Sheffield get home here, and I don't mean with the win tonight, obviously, but with their point, they've shown championship credentials to do that with 18 points down.
Well, I do hope Natalie's okay, because that kick was whacked off on the sidelines and it hit Natalie Kirk square on the head. Headphones came off and everything, so she can't hear us at the moment. So here comes Sheffield. Henderson. Natalie's got the headphones back on. Are you okay, Natalie, down there? Just give us a thumbs up. Yes, she is. She's okay. That's good. Sheffield then moving to within 18 metres of that Featherstone line again.
It's a tough game.
It's a tough game. Henderson at dummy half. Talk about themes. Here's Peter Green.
Hold on this time. Hold.
She's got to drive us home tonight as well. I hope she's okay. Here comes Henderson out from dummy half to this right-hand side. Little dummy shown by Colton Roach. Keeps it up. 5 tackles gone. Here comes the last. 5 metres away. Henderson is there. Scoots up to that right-hand side. Brambani puts the foot in. Featherstone trying to get it back. Featherstone man touched it. Did he? No, he didn't. It's a knock-on. It's a knock-on. So a handover. So the man of the match tonight, Brian Noble, who have you gone for as we watch that knock-on?
I thought he broke the game open, and he goes to Andy Kane. I think all of Featherstone's front rows have been magnificent throughout the night, and Sheffield players have shown the desire and team ethics and knows and things, and who knows what twists in this tale at the moment, but on a penalty, you can't give a penalty away now, Sheffield.
A minute and 34 seconds left to play. The clock still ticks down as Finn puts it out of play. There's certainly time for a full set here, and if Featherstone can find a response and score a try, then they have the league leadership back in their hands, potentially. Driven forward by Dale, 40 metres away. It's going to the final minute here, as it so often seems to do. Finn out to Saxton. Saxton's got support. Here comes Saxton now, taking them on. Defenders crowding round, 10 metres away. It's collected by Ellis. Back to the middle and Finn once more. This is Kane. Back it goes. Taken on by Hepworth, the fullback, but he's going to be put down. 20 metres away. How many tackles left? 3 tackles to go. They've got time for them. There's the 4th. Spinning it around. Still going here, Bostock. Bostock pushing forward. 4 tackles gone. 2 to go. 37 seconds left on the clock. All the tackle. The pass is a poor one, but it's gone backwards. So this is it. Last chance for Featherstone. Out it goes to Finn. Finn towards Finnegan. Up they go. The arms are grasped. He's got it. He's got it. Well shot. But they've got to go to the video referee
Chris, you were right. The ball went back before. Onside, offside. So we need to pause it. Yeah, they're clearly onside. So let's go to the challenge. Well, there is no challenge. He just catches it. Just go back. Let's make sure. Let's make sure that there is no obstruction. So they're all jumping. They're all challenging for the ball. There's no obstruction. He clearly goes through, catches the ball, spins around. Just the camera in the corner, the grounding. Just let's to make sure that we're double checked. Nice and slow. That's a try. Chris, that's a try.
Well, they were already celebrating, those who could see our screens, but Featherstone Rovers have snatched it at the last. 21 seconds were left on the clock when Will Sharp touched down for a try, a victory long since confirmed, but now they've denied Sheffield the bonus point. The hooter sounds, and going into the final round of fixtures, it'll be Featherstone in the box seat. They have 67, Sheffield 67. Featherstone's points difference is massively superior. All they've got to do, Featherstone Rovers, is win at Hunslet on the last day. Here's the kick. The kick doesn't matter, but Finn puts it over anyway. 40 points to Featherstone Rovers, 24 to Sheffield Eagles. You have to say your heart goes out to the Eagles. Denied the advantage in such a circumstance. But what a game, what a game.
Wow, breathless. What a finish. And fitting for the game that we've seen as well. Well, yes, you do take your heart goes out to Sheffield him up. They managed to achieve to get back within the 12, and the Featherstone finish was that one last play, one last kick for a game, and they came up with the result. That's pressure football, great football. Well done, Featherstone.
Well, they talk about game plans and players sticking to them. You spotted it right at the start. Kick to Vinnie Finnegan was one of their real key things to do. And they managed to do it all the way through the game, and at the very last minute, that was when it proved dividends. Sean Long is leading his side to a potential league leaders trophy. Natalie Quirk is speaking with our man of the match, Andy Kay.
Andy, congratulations, our Kingston Press man of the match. You celebrated like it was a grand final. The atmosphere was like a grand final. Did it feel like a cup final game, that?
Yeah, it did. Obviously, it's the biggest game of the season for us up to now, but you know, as excited as we are about that win, we don't want to get too carried away. There's a game next week against Hunslet that we've got to win, and you can't take any team lightly in this league. You know, we've slipped up a few times to some teams that people thought we should have beaten, and we haven't. So we need to make sure we concentrate this week and get the next game out of the way.
Sean said the pressure wasn't on you. A lot of people thought Sheffield were going to come here and do the job, didn't they?
Yeah, I know we've had a little bit of a write-off. You know, Sheffield's been doing really well and they've been on a roll, but we know that we've got it in us. You know, when we get us game together, you know, a little bit scratchy at times, but obviously that's nerves because of the pressure of the game and how we needed to win the game as well. So, but a great effort from the boys. You know, show some great character to come away with the win there. Then.
Well done, Andy.
Thanks a lot.
Well, they will go into their group now and think about how they respond to this in the playoffs. Love it or hate it, the bonus point has just made a 40 points to 24 game into an absolute thriller. We're looking back on it all after this break.
Kingston Press Cider, official partner of the England Rugby League team. For real cider lovers. See the best football the South American continent has to offer on Premier Sports, including the Copa Sudamericana, live games and weekly highlights. The best games from the Argentine Primera Division.
That's the neat ball in, all sorts of opportunities here. And Focali.
And the Copa de Brazil.
The Hurricane is coming from Palmeiras here.
See over 100 South American football games this season on Premier Sports.
What happens when beauty meets strength? Dove knows women want to feel beautiful, but need strength too. Dove Maximum Protection is clinically proven to give you twice the strength of the best-selling antiperspirant, beautified with Dove's caring 1/4 moisturising cream. Dove Maximum Protection, where beautiful women find strength.
Try Tag Rugby, a fun and social seven-a-side non-contact version of rugby. Play in weeknight leagues all across London and Reading. Suitable for all levels with men's, ladies and mixed leagues. And regular parties, tours, festivals and social events. Visit trytagrugby.com and get tagging.
We invited women to bring their body washes to a spa and compare them to Dove body wash. This test paper shows just how different body washes can be. It amplifies how some can dry your skin more than others. Dove is different. Its breakthrough technology has a unique blend of gentle cleansers and nourishing nutrient moisture. How soft does that feel? Dove Deeply Nourishing Body Wash. This is unique. This is different. This is care.
Kingston Press Cider, official partner of the England Rugby League team. For real cider lovers.
Wow, we thought Thursday nights were good. Wednesday nights are just as good, it turns out. 40 points to 24. And again, whether you love the bonus points or not, it has just turned a 40 points to 24 game into an absolute thrill. Let's hear from the Sheffield coach, Mark Aston.
Mark, only your third loss of the season, but perhaps the most significant. Does that take the shine off the work you've done this season?
Oh, definitely. You know, we'll come here and we had chances to put ourselves in control of the game. We didn't take them, and you've got to execute, and you've got to be clinical. You know, there's a couple of questions that I need to answer about the penalty that were given in the last couple of minutes there, and is that a knock-on? But, you know, we just weren't good enough on the day again, and certain individuals hadn't hit the mark, and you know, I'm a little bit disappointed that when we got ourselves back into the game, we didn't close the game down and finish it off. So, you know, we're a little bit disappointed. We'll dust ourselves down. We'll go around again on Sunday, but you know, we've got ourselves a chance, and we didn't take it.
It was all to play for at half-time. Every decision, every kick, every try was critical, wasn't it?
I guess that's what people want, and it's good TV. It's not a great one for the coach, and that's the disappointing thing. As I say, we had a chance at the start of the second half and execute a play, a 2v1 or score yourself, and we didn't take it. And you've got to be clinical in big games, and we wasn't clinical.
Thanks, Mark.
Cheers.
Well, the League Leaders' Shield might be out of their immediate control at the moment, but of course the playoffs to come will be seeing plenty more of Sheffield before the season's out, and potentially a grand final team in the making. What about Featherstone Rovers? What's the mood like in their camp and with their coach, Sean Long? He's with Natalie.
Sean, you've only been here a matter of weeks, but you were celebrating. Well, it just showed how significant, how important that win meant to you.
Yeah, you know, obviously to get the win against Sheffield was massive, but you know, not to. I was quite impressed with the win anyway, to be fair, but not to let them get a bonus point is even better. You know, it's really good for us, and we said we'd have to play for 80 minutes, and you know, I didn't mean it to the second, to be fair, but the boys are unbelievable. They had faith in the structure and the capability of what they've got, and they did it. And like I say, it took us 80 minutes to get what we wanted, but we got there in the end.
Intention was clear right from the start. We talked about it was Sheffield's to lose. It's probably now yours at Hunslet, isn't it, that last game?
Yeah, we're not getting carried away. Obviously, we're going to celebrate and give everyone a pat on the back tonight. But we've got a big game against Hunslet. We're fighting for their life, so it's obviously have a good time now and pat each other on the back. But then we've got a hard work to start.
Thanks for joining us, Sean.
Cheers, thank you.
Well, it looked as though Sheffield were going to snatch the bonus point here, didn't it? And then came that fantastic last play, which gave Featherstone the try, which denied them. Now, is this a knock-on? Is that a knock-on tackle 5?
You go first, Gareth.
I think no, looking at it again there, perhaps the ball's coming backwards out of his hand, which is what they look for. You know, he was looking to pass the ball, wasn't he? It's a tight one, isn't it? It's really close, but I think the referee got it right there for me.
And there's a try. They've been doing that all night.
Yeah, it's a great catch, and it's the first time they probably haven't cleaned it up the way they wanted to. But that's perseverance for you. Well done, Featherstone. And Finn puts it on a sixpence and gives Sharp every opportunity to get up and finish the play. And they can spit chips all they want, Sheffield, but it's on the scorecard now, isn't it, for the win?
There's been another game tonight. This is how it's finished. Doncaster against York. And Doncaster have beaten York by 38 points to 20. So York are relegated, and this is how it leaves the league table. These two matches tonight. Everybody's got one game left to play now, and this is how it looks. So Featherstone go into the final round of matches, level on points with Sheffield, but a better points difference, and they go up against Hunslet away. Sheffield have to go to Doncaster. Doncaster battling away to make sure they get a good position in that 8, and Hunslet, of course, battling away to keep themselves alive in the division. So everything to play for. Next Friday we're going to make a big decision over the next few days. We're going to show you one of the playoff games. The first of the playoff games will be at 7:15 p.m. next Friday. So Friday night, not Thursday, Friday night, 6th of September, 7:15, we are on air. Well, we're going to go for a lie down after all of that. I'm not sure about the players and the fans of Featherstone and Sheffield. We're strictly neutral, and we loved every single minute of that game. And it went to the very last second, didn't it? Fantastic entertainment again from the Championship here on Premier Sport. We're back again for the start of the playoffs next week. Good luck to everybody involved on Sunday. For myself, Gareth and Brian, good night.
Kingston Press Cider, official partner of the England Rugby League team. For real cider lovers.